Good morning, everyone. This is Lisa Lashendro. I am one of the annuity sales directors here at Insurance Agency Marketing Services, and I have the pleasure of having Melva Newberg with North American on the call with us today. We're going to go over some of the perks, the stability with a A-plus rated carrier, the opportunity for you to make additional money on your commission. And Melva's got a lot of good stuff that she's going to talk to you about today on both their VersaChoice and PrimePath. So stay tuned for that. I do recognize some names on here. Hey, George. Hey, Lonnie. Hey, Ken. Thanks for coming back and joining us. But I also see some new folks on here that I haven't had the pleasure to talk to yet. And with that in mind, I'm going to go over some perks that you do receive in working with us here at IMES, or I like to call it our IMES family. And you really get that family sense when you're working with us. I mean, we have no voicemails. You're always going to talk to somebody on the second or third ring. So we'll get a little bit more into that as well. With that, I'm going to go ahead and get started with our IMES introduction. And right out of the gate, when you are working with IMES and when you first contract with us, and some of the guys on this webinar can, contest to this, is a great benefit to have. But in the first 6 months that you work with IMES and are conducting business with us, we want to give you a little boost back into your business, into your marketing to help you grow. And that's our way of saying we are here to be your partner. The whole point of this is to put money back into your business, whether that be with leads, whether that be with revamping your website or creating a website, depending on what level of production, life and annuity production that you have with us in that first 6 months, depends on the level of service or items or marketing that we can put back into your pocket, put back into your business. So these are just ideas. 100,000 gives you about $750 in cash if that's what you prefer. But what you're going to find in working with your annuity or sales director or life director here at IMES is that we're going to take the time to get to know you. And the reason why we do that is because we don't want to just throw a whole bunch of things of marketing at the wall and see what sticks. We got to figure out what's going to work for you and help you build and grow your business with your style and what you have available to you. So we do that by having us a good old conversation. If you have any questions about that, tools that we have, definitely let us know. Next, I don't know a better compliment than to receive a referral. I know a lot of you out there work on referrals. That's how you continue your business, and that is one of the best ways you can grab a new client is with a nice warm referral. Well, we have the same philosophy here with recruiting agents and producers to work with IMES. And if you refer one of your colleagues or someone you know in the industry over to IMES, we're going to let you know that we appreciate you by giving you a little something, something back. This does not shave off anything, any commission or anything, marketing reimbursement, nothing from the person that you refer over to us. This is coming out of Steve Murray's pocket. So he will write you a check once a quarter, every quarter, I should say, for an override on any of the following pieces of business: Life Target, Annuity Index, SPL, and MIGA. So for any of those cases that your referral writes, IMES is going to dish out a check to you every quarter and make sure you know that we appreciate that referral. If you have one in mind, jot their name down or give them a call after this. We do have a referral form that I can send out to you, but just let me know if you have any questions. Next, the folks that are on here that are already working with us can contest that we have some of the best back office support or I'd say we have the best back office support, obviously, in my opinion. And it's so much different than what you're going to see out there. Um, as far as, following through with our promise. And our promise is that we're going to help you with all of the case design. We're going to have all these forms and brochures or apps at your fingertips. Commission support. We're going to support you on life and annuity quotes, sales experience, coaching, contracting. You don't even have to worry about, letting every carrier know if you have a different address. We'll do that for you. I mean, the time that you save utilizing our back office as your support is more time that you have to be in front of people. And that's our goal. Our goal is to get you to be more interactive with folks out there, because that's what you're good at. That's what we need you to do. Let us do all the back office stuff, all the grunt work for you, and help you get that production number up. I do encourage everybody to type this into your browser, www.imzinc.com. This is our website. Save it to your favorites on here, and you don't have to be contracted with us to have access to this, by the way. We have sales tools. You can do term quotes. You can find forms. We have a sales resource library with all pre-approved, compliance-approved materials. Just in a plethora of resources on this. If you ever want any of us to go through and give you kind of a tour of our website, we're happy to do that. Just let us know. Also on our website is our e-app system, which is Firelight, one of the best programs out there for electronic apps. And Melva, I'm gonna have you chime in on this one, because hearing from the carrier as well as hearing from me, I'm not just making this up. E-app and coming to the carrier is one of the best way you're gonna make sure that your app is in good order. You're gonna make sure you have the right forms, and your turnaround time for review, policy review, and suitability review is much shorter. Melva, do you have anything that you want to add to that?
Yeah, absolutely. And I always think I need to get some statistics, but the amount of the fact that you're coming in with so many less NIGO issues because the EAP system really makes you cross those T's and dots those I's. They won't let you say, say for example, it's a 1035 exchange but not coming from an annuity. Just little things like that. There's rules built into it, and it does absolutely. We pull EAPs first as far as processing is concerned. So your EAP is going to get pulled and processed much faster than a paper app as well.
Yep, it's true. And if you're nervous about this, don't worry. Give us a call. Give your annuity director, life director, our new business team a call. We're more than happy to walk you through the first few apps. Make sure that you're comfortable in there. There's also different resources. I have a lot of agents that say, my client doesn't even have a computer, this isn't a good, an e-app won't work. Well, it can still work, because with Firelight, you can complete majority of the application on Firelight, then go and print it, take it to the client for a signature, and then download that or email that app to us, and we'll download it for you, and it still gets submitted to the carrier electronically. So, more than one way to skin a cat here, guys. Just give us a call and we'll find a solution for you. Let us know if we can help you. Next, I want to chat with you just a little bit about our creative marketing solutions. These guys are all in-house. They're all employed by us here at IMS. And so we're not outsourcing any of these. The people that are, doing logo designs for you, creating your websites, some of those things I mentioned for like in our new producer bonus material, that's our in-house folks here that are extremely talented. If you have an idea, or we need to create an idea for you, these guys can do it. So keep that in mind if you're ever wanting to see what a turnaround time is, or have any questions, or if you don't have any marketing dollars. We have a price list too. So Any questions there, let me know. Next, I can't brag enough about our IMS Wealth Management team. This is such a cool idea. I don't know any other IMO out there or broker dealer or buddy that you might need to refer security business to, but IMS Wealth Management was created here several years ago, I think like 5 years ago. Because Steve Murray and Charles were thinking, what else can we add to really be that one-stop shop for our agents? Well, what about the securities, and the registered business? So they came up with IMS Wealth Management, and Charles Jr. runs this side of the business, and basically you can utilize them in two different ways. One, if you want to hold your securities license with IMS Wealth Management and join IMS Wealth Management as one of their agents, or two, if you are not registered, have no intention of getting registered, but you want to keep that client in your back office, then this is a great way to do that. I mean, I was an agent many years ago, and I'll tell you, it's not very fun to have to go to a securities, somebody that's securities licensed to help them with your client, and then end up sharing all the fixed business with them as well because they get their nose in there. Um, not a good idea. But what's cool about this is that if you send IMS that business, and you decide to get registered, say a year or so later, IMS is going to transfer that client right back to you. Now, how cool is that? They're going to transfer the client right back to you. And then when you do use IMS Wealth Management, they are not going to talk to them about any other fixed business. You keep these clients controlled and in your backyard, and that is the purpose. So any questions there, you definitely want to hit yes. Duncan Smith or one of the guys over there will contact you and answer any questions. So I'll leave this poll up just for another minute or a few seconds here, and we'll keep on moving because I know we're anxious to hear what Miss Melva has to say. All right. I got most of you that have voted, and I appreciate that, but I do need to keep this moving along. Next, we're going to talk a little bit about our Life and Annuity Academy. Now, we do have a couple academies coming up. Let me close that poll real quick. Sorry about that. And I'm going to launch this next poll. Here's our Life and Annuity Academy. Now, what's really cool about the Life and Annuity Academy is it's all paid by us. You don't have to, you can leave your checkbook, credit cards, or whatever at home. Just bring your ID so you can get on the plane. We're paying for your flights, your hotels, everything. Melva, she's partnered with us before on one of our academies with North American out in Des Moines at their home office. So she can tell you how amazing these academies are and what a great opportunity it is. You guys are going to be rubbing elbows with other successful producers in our industry. So it's always great to have, that camaraderie, and talking to people that have the same challenges and roadblocks that you do. We bring in some of the best experts in our industry to talk to you about that. You're going to hear from the best in our industry. You're going to walk away with tools and ideas to grow your business. That is the purpose. And we hold probably 2 or 3 of these a year. We have our next one coming up. I believe it's going to be in September. And then I think we have another one in November. And so if you are interested in getting registered for our next academies, please do select yes here, and I'd be happy to answer any questions you have. Again, all expenses are paid by us here at IMS, so we are investing into you to help you grow your business, and I don't know anybody else that does that. So definitely select yes here if you're interested in more information, or I'll be sure I get you the registration link as well. And I'll keep on moving. I'm going to close that. Appreciate you guys for answering that. And here is our last qualification trip. Now, we don't have an updated brochure for our next one, but We do like to praise and show you top producers how much we appreciate your business by sending you somewhere nice. This year, it's going to be at the Greenbrier. This is our 2022 Top Producer Summit. We probably will be announcing our next summit, but that qualification for our next summit has already started. So for those of you who are already contracted with us and you've already started your your production levels with us, that'll count to our next summit. But keep in mind, we definitely love to reward you guys for all that you do and the business you do with us here at IMES. With that, we have Facebook and LinkedIn. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. And Melva, I'm going to switch it over to you, my dear. Maybe.
All right, sounds great.
All
Let
right. Should be
me
showing
share my
up.
screen. All right, are you seeing my screen, sweetie?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let's rock and roll. We got lots of great information. Okay, hopefully you can just see the North American screen logo, correct?
Yep.
Woo. All right, so this is awesome, and I want to first and foremost thank Lisa for allowing me to present to you guys today. It's we have a great collaboration here, and it's been wonderful to be able to work and partner with IAMS and Lisa. So we recently was able to add, one of our income products to the platform for IAMS. So that was very exciting. And so we're going to talk to you a little bit today about number one, working with North American, what we have to offer for you. Number two, going over that PrimePath Pro product for income. And then number three, I want to introduce our VersaChoice product, which is our top selling accumulation type of product. So with that, we'll get started. So why work with North American? First and foremost, we're an A+ rated company. We are A+ not only with AM Best, but we're also A+ with S&P and Fitch. And we have been since we've been reaffirmed for several years, going back quite a long way. So very, very proud of that. We are also an employee-owned company. And what that means for you as agents is that we are in it for the long haul. We don't have to succumb to those short-term pressures. So we're looking to look out, 5 years, 10 years, even 20 years into the future as far as our investments are concerned. We also have, I know that Lisa, had let you know about their support system. And I have to say, when you call IAMS, somebody's going to answer. You don't get a voicemail. Someone does pick up the phone there, whether that is the president, which I've gotten a couple of times. So it's fantastic. They do have a wonderful support system. Sometimes they're not available, and you need some additional support. We do have a team as well here. They're regional sales directors. We have currently 8 regions. So we've really expanded the field to 8 regions of support for you. And these folks do go out and they do office visits if you like. They'll do trainings if you wish as well. So things like that. So here is a listing of, who we have with their information. And I'm sure that if you are an active IMES producer, you have heard or will hear from some of these folks from region 1 through 8. One thing that is on here that I'm not even sure Lisa knew, we do have a new sales VP for IMES. He is Austin Eller. He's going to start officially on August 1st. So we're really excited to get that spot filled. But of course, then you'll see Region 3 is open currently because he has just moved over from that region.
Nice.
So great support team here as well. Surprise, Lisa.
Hey, thanks for letting me know. No, I'm joking.
There you go.
Hey, you guys
Yes,
have
go
any
ahead.
questions? By the way, that question box is open, so
Yes.
don't hesitate to use it. I do like to stump Melva when I can, so if you can help me do that, that'd be great. Just kidding. No, but seriously, this is an open conversation.
Yes.
So definitely utilize that question box with any thoughts, comments, or questions.
Yeah, we do a great. Lisa will jump in several times throughout this, just on things that maybe I don't, I forget about, or we kind of piggyback off each other. So we've got a great support system here. We've done this together a couple of times. So
Yeah.
you will also see we do have a sales support desk number up there. Whoop. Well, okay, we're moving moving on. Suitability pre-check. I know Lisa really talked to you about EAP. EAP, what a great way to get paid faster for your commissions. What we offer here at North American is a little bit unique, I feel. I don't know that there are many companies out there that do this. I have verified that on the IMES platform, they do. When you select North American as a company, you are going to have the option to say, I want to do a suitability pre-check, or I'm going to go ahead and jump right into the application. What the suitability pre-check does for you is it's going to allow you to know upfront if your application is going to be approved by our suitability team. You get this approval without having your clients sign anything until that is pre-approved for you. So it's a great way for you to be able to get that decision. They're going to either come back to you with, this is approved, and then you go into the EAP system and complete the application. All of the information that you've already inputted flows right into that app, so you don't have to redo it. When that application comes in, it does not come back through suitability review. It goes straight to the new business review and then to issue. So it is awesome. Also, sometimes they'll come back with a yellow. They'll email you back and they'll say, hey, we need some additional information. Open the pre-check back up again, get us this additional information, and then we'll make a decision. And then there are going to be times where you've got a complex case and they're not going to be able to approve it. But at least then you know up front that that is not a case that North American is going to take, and you didn't have to have the client sign off on anything. So that is awesome. We also have the number at the bottom of the screen here, the 877-858-1364. Suitability loves when you use their pre-check. I know that not all agents appreciate the EAP system or appreciate going on the website. So we do have suitability review team that will actually take your call, and that is their number. So you can talk to a suitability representative, go over the information with them over the phone, and they'll give you an idea of whether your case will be approved. All right, let's talk commission. Who doesn't like to have the ability to earn some additional commissions? So we have what we call our EPC program. It's the Exclusive Producers Connection. It gives you the opportunity to earn an additional 50 basis points, 1% or 1.5% in commission. The first level, as you see there, executive, is if you have $2 million of, this is fixed indexed annuity premium in a calendar year issue, you will earn an additional 50 basis points in commission. So you may be saying, well, great, I'll hit 2 million, you're going to pay me 50 bips going forward, but what about that 2 million that I just issued? We do pay retroactively to that first dollar. So you will earn an additional 50 basis points on the full $2 million going forward. The next level is when you hit 4 million, you get an additional 1%, and then 8 million at 1.5%. There's nothing you need to do to qualify besides writing and getting the premiums issued. The product or the program is automatic. It automatically populates in once you attain those levels. How that pays out is you get paid out one time a month. It's around the 5th of the month, and it's for business issued the prior month. So, for example, all of the agents that have qualified in July or before are going to get their commission payment in one bonus check on around August 5th. So, great way to earn some additional commissions paid retroactively. All right. Now we'll get into some product information here. So First of all, we're going to talk about our PrimePath Pro product, and was so excited when this was added to their portfolio. This is not available to all agents. It is available to select IMO relationships. So it is our top selling income product where you can choose to, again, as you see there, save it, spend it, leave it is our message on this product. So to just get into the bare minimums of the product, it is available in a 10-year as well as a 12-year surrender charge opportunity. The 12-year may not be available in all states, so we'd want to check your state approval chart. The minimum premium is $20,000 to start the plan, and that is whether it's qualified or non-qualified. It is a flexible premium product. You can add to this product at any time during the life of the product. You'll see our 10-year surrender charge and 12-year surrender charge schedules there. So it is 1010 compliant. And then the penalty-free withdrawals, we do offer those. It is after the first contract year, and it's a 7% withdrawal of your accumulation value that is available to be taken each year. So 7%, I know that's a little different. It's always been 7. Not sure how they came up with that, but there you go. All right. So first of all, the Save It. You get this product with absolutely no rider fee. Everything we talk about here is built into the contract at no fee. You've got your great interest credits that are, of course, protected from market downturns due to the fact that it is a fixed indexed annuity. And you're going to have multiple indexing crediting options available. Most of our options are participation rate oriented with no cap. And we do offer both enhanced as well as non-enhanced. So we do give the client the opportunity to have a higher participation rate if they're willing to pay an annual 95 basis point charge, which the 95 basis point charge, I believe, for the industry is a fairly low strategy fee as far as enhancing those strategies. And I'll show you those interest rates in just a little bit. So our next screen is talking to us about spend it. All right. So what we're looking at here is if you are looking at the PrimePath Pro for an income stream, the income is growing by 200% of your index credits. 200% of whatever that percentage is given to your account value goes over to your benefit base. We offer income on this product immediately. You do not have any type of 10-year wait on this. You can elect income as soon as 30 days following the issue date of the contract. We have improved our payout percentages. This just occurred back on June 14th with our latest rate increase. So I will show you that as well. We improved those by 30 basis points, and what an incredible change that made. So, and it doesn't have that on here. We do offer both level as well as increasing. Client chooses. We also offer single as well as joint payouts. Client chooses. They choose at the time that they're ready to start income, not at application. The ADL benefit multiplier, activities of daily living. This is, of course, if the client cannot perform 2 out of 6 activities of daily living. They do qualify for the multiplier feature. This is, they do have to wait at least 1 year to request the double payment, but all that it takes to qualify for this is a letter from the physician stating that the client cannot perform 2 out of 6 ADLs and that they're expected to remain in that state. And that opens this up to the client. You're saying, gosh, if I have joint, if I'm doing a joint income, does that count for my spouse? You bet. You can activate that ADL benefit for either spouse. It does go for up to 5 years at that double payment. or until the account value goes to zero. So the beauty of this is, say the husband qualifies for this benefit, they're taking joint income, he qualifies for the doubling benefit, takes that for a couple of years and unfortunately passes. Then the wife actually goes in, has some health issues, she qualifies for the ADL benefit. As long as there's an accumulation value left, she still has 3 years of doubling benefit left for her. All right. And a big important note is that ADL multiplier benefit is absolutely available in California. So that's exciting. We just had that, probably just for the last year, we finally got that approved in California. So let's look at our rates. We have some awesome, attractive rates on these products. If you look even just for as far as an income product is concerned, our fixed account rate currently is 2.65. You're looking at a cap rate on the S&P 500. You say, oh, it's 5.25. But for an income type of product with no fee, where you're getting the benefit of that 200% benefit-based roll-up, that's a very attractive rate. And when you look at that doubling, if you notice, you've got your first column here with the PrimePath Pro 10, and then we actually show you what does that 200% look like for your client. We're looking at the most recent 10-year history, the highest 10 years out of the last 20, and the lowest 10 years out of the last 20. There are several options here available, and I understand it may be a little overwhelming, but please note that you can mix and match these however you wish. We really believe in the power of diversification for the client, not putting all of your eggs in one basket. So we're offering on this product some really well-known indexing options with the S&P, including so a couple of low volatility options with that S&P, because we want them to be the controlling factor on setting those volatility levels, as well as the Morgan Stanley. We have the dynamic contribution, which has been on here for a while, and we just recently added the dynamic global index, which the global index was recently added, and it was, if you look at the current levels of index credits on that index, they are phenomenal. Morgan Stanley has really learned a lot through the years about those mixes that they want to put in these indexes. So, and North American, because we've been a partner with Morgan Stanley for quite some time, brought this to us, and we're really excited to add this to the portfolio. You'll see towards the bottom here where you've got your annual point-to-point with enhanced participation rate and your 2-year point-to-point with enhanced. So again, you can choose to do the enhanced participation rate, or if your client says, I absolutely don't want to pay any type of fees on this whatsoever, never want to see my account value go down, that's fine as well. The one thing to note, if your client does choose to do that enhanced participation rate with those strategy charges, that we offer a one-time true-up feature. What that means is if you're doing the PrimePath Pro 10, the one time at the end of that 10-year surrender charge period, or on the PrimePath Pro 12, it's at the end of the 12-year surrender charge period, we look to see, did the client participate in those strategy charge enhanced participation rates? If they did, what did they spend to get those enhancements? And then on the other end of the spectrum, we're going to look to see, what did they get out of it? What kind of credited interest rate did they get out of spending those fees to get these enhancements? If the fees were greater than what they got out of it as far as the credited interest, we true them up. We're going to make that client whole. That's a one-time true up again at the end of the surrender charge period.
So
So
virtually,
if
that really takes that risk away. So if you have, that's a nice fit for those clients that, want that more upside potential. But you
Mhm.
still get the downside risk because, if they didn't make at least that 1.5%, it's 1.5%, right?
The fee is
Yeah.
95 bips.
Oh, shoot. It's not even a
Only
percent.
95.
That's
Nope.
right. I forgot you guys lowered it.
It's
So, I mean,
Versa that you're thinking. Yeah.
yep. So they true the client up, so as long as the client stays in the contract for the full term of the surrender period, then there is no risk. They'll have that fee, but then at the end of that term, North American is gonna credit their account so that they're made whole. So that's pretty cool. I mean, I think there's a lot of folks out there that don't quite understand that true up and feel like there's a catch. The only catch is if you surrender the contract prior to the end of the surrender period, then you don't get the feature. But if you keep it, then you get the feature and you had no loss.
Right.
So
Right.
if you have any questions on that, let us know.
Absolutely. I did want to pull up real quick the rates on the PrimePath Pro 12 just because they are much more attractive, of course, because you are in a 12-year surrender charge product. However, if you are using the product for whether you're using it for an income stream or an enhanced death benefit, why not? You're married to this product for life. So if you have the 12-year available, why not take advantage of the higher interest rates? Commission is the same, so we don't, give you additional commission for selling a 12 over a 10, but the rates for the client are slightly more attractive. All right. Here's our lifetime payment percentages. And, right as Lisa and I were starting this call, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know whether I have the right LPPs in here. And I didn't. So that was lucky that I looked because, like I mentioned, effective in June of June 14th, when we got those rate increases approved, we also were lucky enough to have products say, you know what, I think we can really bump those LPPs up. So we went up by 30 basis points. So at age 60, for example, that used to be a 4.2. Now it's at 4.5. So everything went up by 30 basis points. The one thing that we do here is that it's not, you don't see 60 to 65 as a 4.5 because every year that the client turns a different age, that LPP goes up by 10 basis points. So if we had them all on here, at age 61, they'd get 4.6, 62, 4.7, and so on. So you don't have to, wait, gosh, I'm 62 now and I don't get a bump up until 65, so I better wait to be able to take my lifetime income stream. Your income stream is going to be based upon your lifetime payment percentage at your current age, and that includes increases every year. Okay. I love that part. Joint is 50 basis points lower, and that is based upon the youngest client. And it does also include that 10 basis point in between there as far as ages are concerned. All right. The last benefit on this product that we talk about, and you may, go out to a client and maybe they don't need an income stream at this time, but they're really concerned about a death benefit. So Leave It is basically that benefit base counts not only for an income stream, but for as an enhanced death benefit option. That means that benefit base for the beneficiaries is there as long as they take that over a 5-year payout. They can get that enhanced larger death benefit option. Now, if you've got clients that start taking their lifetime income stream and you say, oh, well, that death benefit's gone, it is not gone on our contract. That enhanced death benefit is still there. Now, if they start taking income, 30 days after issue and they live for quite some time, then more than likely their benefit base is going to be lower than the account value and they're going to want to take that as a lump sum. But it is there. It doesn't just go away. So it's decreasing as they're taking their payments. It's decreasing that benefit base pro rata. still available to the client. And of course, the beneficiaries always have the opportunity to decide whether they want to take a lump sum or take that benefit base over the 5 equal payments. The 5-pay, and most of you may know this, but the 5-pay does create, it's very similar to creating a 5-year period certain. If it is non-qualified money, it is going to create an exclusion ratio so that not all of the gains are coming out first. And someone's going to get that payment, regardless of whether it's the beneficiary or the beneficiary's beneficiary. Okay, questions on PrimePath Pro before I go into the accumulation?
Just real quick. So I want to reiterate. I mean, you can compare this to a couple other products I'm sure we're all thinking of out there, that in the industry, I know, and we have access to both of those products. But what I would challenge
Yeah,
you on is, yes, this Prime Path does not have a
I don't.
bonus. Okay.
I forgot my. I forgot my most important slide. Isn't that the funniest thing? Yeah. Go.
Doggone it. Doggone
You're
it.
probably looking at my features here because I thought I was going into Versa, but I had one more slide. You go. You're probably going to say exactly what's on here. You go right ahead, Lisa.
Yep. So, okay. So there's no 25, 35, 55, 75% bonus, okay? There's no bonus on this, but if you look at the differences, there is no waiting period to turn on the income, and that is one of the biggest challenges that people have with those other products. They have to wait until after the surrender. Well, after the surrender, you're usually going to maybe move it anyway into a pure income product or something like that, but it's, again, nice to have that option. um, and you'll note that PrimePath will beat those out,
Mm-hmm.
because of their enhanced, um,
That 200%.
200% that they give for any credited interest, as well as having over 11 indices to choose from. Very competitive there. So you're going to see a little bit more of an opportunity for that increase. And then also, you'll have, if you're really looking at this for income, you have the option to do joint or single at the time you decide to elect the income feature.
Mm-hmm.
Plus,
Yep.
you can decide if you want level or income, or I'm sorry, level or increasing. So, I mean, there's a lot of differences on this. You don't have to worry about any fees unless you take the enhanced charge for the participation rates. But again, maybe that bonus isn't, as attractive as you think it would be if you compare it to turning on the income around the same time with a prime path. So that's my 2 cents. I'll let Melva take it from there.
That's all right. Yeah, I can't believe I forgot this wonderful slide. So, like Lisa said, no rider fee ever. The one thing that that she pointed out as well, this does not have a bonus. The one thing that I like to remind agents of is, we offer a bonus product, an accumulation with a bonus product. Guess what the interest rates do? You always have to, there's a give and a take for a bonus, right? We choose not to have the bonus so that we can give a little higher credited interest rate so that 200% really, really can compound for the client. And as Lisa said, if you are going to look at the 200% over 10 years, we feel like with the rates that we're offering, that is going to beat the competition that may have those nice high 30% bonus. So again, there's no wait for income. That's just our big selling point. You don't have to wait the 10 years to get the income stream. And if you think about it, if you're taking penalty-free withdrawals from possibly a competitor product, that is reducing that benefit base with that bonus on it pro rata. So why not be able to start your income stream and have that flow for you, either single or joint or level or increasing.
Hey, Melva.
Uh, Yeah, yeah.
Quick question. What's the on the flexible premium? That's another, good point. We do have a question in here. What is the
Oh,
minimum
awesome.
additional premium for those additional deposits on the flex premium option?
Oh, great question. We're
Mm-hmm.
very if the client is going to do an EFT, that's where there is a minimum. If they're going to be doing an EFT from their checking or savings, then we need at least $50 a month for qualified premium and at least $100 a month for non-qualified premium. That's it. I mean, if they're wanting to send in premium and they want to just shoot us over a check, they can do that. I mean, there is no, as long as you meet that minimum $20,000 premium level to issue the contract, there are no minimums aside from that EFT. Good. As far as maximums, yeah, let's talk that because that's a really fun topic too. Maximum premium for the contract is 1 million if the client is over age 70. And then it is 2 million max premium if the client is age 70 or younger. So some really nice opportunity for some good income levels there. And we are always open to max premium exception requests. So do you have additional questions on your end there, Lisa?
Nope. I will
Okay.
call you all, and if you have a max premium question, you just let me know.
Right? I know. I love that. And we have entertained some fairly large cases. So yeah, get those clients going. And then again, just your upside potential available with those enhanced participation rates. Really, it's a no risk opportunity for the client to earn a little bit higher interest rates. Again, we've got all those indexing options to choose from. Diversify. If you've been selling any annuities recently, if you put everything like in the S&P multi-asset risk control. You may have gotten some double digits the first 1 or 2 years. This last couple of years, low volatility strategies, maybe haven't come out the best. It's such a cyclical market, which is why we offer how the amount of choices that we do. Okay. All right. So real quickly, I know that time is kind of going fast here, and I don't have a whole lot on. Well, I've got a couple slides on VersaChoice, but I really love to put in VersaChoice here as our other options. So you've got your top selling income product here for a client that's looking for a good lifetime income stream or an enhanced death benefit provision. But if that's not something that client's looking for and they're just looking for a really awesome top selling accumulation product from an A plus rated carrier, I want you to look at VersaChoice. So VersaChoice, it is a modified single premium product. That simply means that after the policy issues, minimum premium again, $20,000, qualified or non-qualified. Once the policy issues with that, that client can add anything they want up to that 1 year contract anniversary. Once that anniversary passes, faucet shuts off, no more can go into the product. 10-year surrender charge schedule. You have 10% penalty free withdrawals available immediately within the first year. Issue ages 0 to 79. As far as the state availability chart is concerned, there is only one limitation on this product, and that is we don't offer any products to a New York resident, period. And that'll become more clear as far as why this state availability chart is important as we go, because we are going to talk about this optional enhanced liquidity rider, and it is approved in every single state. So the rates, I mean,
Including California?
what?
What?
Yes, including California. And I know we're all excited about this, and you guys are thinking, well, what's so exciting about that? More to come again on as far as the opportunities on that enhanced liquidity rider. I'm going to just show you the rates here real quickly. Again, we love offering. You look at this, you think, gosh, there's so many to choose from. It's because we really want to offer diversification. You've got clients that maybe they don't ever want to do a 2-year point to point. They don't want to wait 2 years. They don't want fees. They want annual point to point with a fee. So you have these opportunities available to you. I want to point out two rates on here. Well, first of all, declared rates, this is banded for rate. So if your client has the minimum of 20,000 up to, at time of issue, 75,000, then they're going to qualify at the low band interest rates. But if at time of issue we can issue that with $75,000 or more in premium, the clients get rewarded with some higher interest rates. And that does move forward for renewal rates as well. They're banded into those renewal rates. Fixed account rates, if you know anything about renewal rates, fixed rates are super important. These fixed rates are super high for a 10-year fixed indexed annuity. That high band is sitting at 3.7% on a fixed rate, and your annual point-to-point cap rate, just a straight cap with the S&P 500, 8.25. So we've been asked quite often, we've got all these nice low volatility indexing options. As we mentioned, it's very cyclical. Said, hey, how about the S&P 500? Let's bring some really nice rates back on that. So product listened and said, okay, we're going to give you a great rate on the cap rate. Monthly point-to-point cap at 2.6 historically is showing very attractive. And then even the participation rate, we say 35%. But, if you remember when the S&P 500 was up double digits, 35% of that really netted you some rate interest credits. So again, annual point-to-point, 2-year point-to-point, does this product have the same true-up feature? You bet it does. At the end of the 10-year period, we're going to make sure that client is whole if they've chosen any type of enhanced strategy. And we just recently decreased the cost. The cost on these strategy fees used to be 1.5, and we decreased those effective June 14th down to 95 basis points. So now they're the same as the PrimePath Pro. So real exciting. So that is the great news as far as just straight accumulation. I just want to use this product with no rider fees. But we do have what we call our optional enhanced liquidity benefit rider. I'll go through the first two features fairly quickly because you get four liquidity benefits for one fee. The one fee is a very low fee of only 60 basis points. What does the client get for 60 basis points? They get enhanced penalty-free withdrawal. That means that if after, say, the first contract year, if they didn't take their 10% or any type of withdrawal, they get 20% that following year. If that does stay at 20% until they take a withdrawal, then it drops back down to 10% and again can increase to 20% if a withdrawal is not taken. Essentially, that means the client could essentially pull 20% of their account value every other year. It also offers a return of premium feature. This return of premium feature does kick in after the third contract year. So day one of year 4, the client can request return of premium. What does that mean? They're going to submit a surrender request, and we're going to look to see if the premium that the client submitted to us is greater than what their current surrender value is, and the client gets the better of those two. So if they had went through a couple of years of great growth opportunity, then their surrender value absolutely could be greater than their premium that they submitted to us, but they're not going to get less than that premium. That 60 basis point fee for the rider benefit is returned to the client. So it is a true return of premium. Now, to talk about the fun feature and why we're excited that California actually does offer this. It's this ADL-based waiver benefit is available in all states. The qualification for the activities of daily living, surrender charge waiver, or payout benefit is simply for the client to be able to initial the disclosure as of the date that they are signing it, that they can, as of that date, perform all 6 activities of daily living. That's it. That qualifies them for the benefit. Again, if you have joint contracts and you have joint owners, joint annuitants, they're both initialing that they can perform these 206 ADLs, and the waiver can be triggered by either spouse. So surrender charge waiver means that any time after the issue date of the contract, again, if we get the letter from the physician stating they can't perform 2 out of 6 and that they're anticipated to remain in that state, the policy becomes 100% liquid to them to use as they wish.
I just want to
With
point
no.
something out here.
Mhm,
I get in
mhm.
talking to a lot of the agents out there, there is one thing that, they question. They're like, what kind of underwriting do they have to do? What are the tricks about that benefit? And there is none. It's literally just a physician's letter saying they can't perform two of the
Yes,
60 else. That's it. And then North American could care less, what they're issuing those checks for. They have
exactly.
that letter, ignites that benefit, and then you're done. You don't have to wait 6 months, and you don't, and be in a facility already and then trying to figure out how you're going to pay for that. I think that's powerful right there, because when you're in that situation, that's the last thing you need to do is worry about underwriting and all that jazz.
Absolutely. And yeah, no receipt reimbursement. That's very important. And the payout benefit kicks in actually day one of year 3. And all that means is that we're going to multiply your accumulation value by a certain percentage depending upon what year you elect this multiplier and pay that out over 5 equal payments. So let's say, for example, the clients qualify for the surrender charge waiver, after issue, and they just take out, say, a $5,000 withdrawal, and then they get to year 4 and they're like, gosh, I'm still qualified for this benefit. I've let my policy grow, but now I'm ready to take that multiplier benefit. So at that point, we're going to take 115% times their account value and pay that benefit out over 5 equal payments to either the client or their beneficiaries. And you'll see that at year 6, that does top out at 125% benefits. Like to point out, this is an awesome alternative for long-term care. If you're an agent that is out there writing Medicare long-term care policies, you're always going to run into those clients that either don't qualify for a long-term care policy or they simply think they're so expensive they can't afford them. What a great opportunity for a 60 basis point fee to have this benefit available for those clients. All right, questions on that?
I don't see any new questions, so we can keep
All
trucking.
right.
We're running out
All
of
right.
time,
Well,
though.
we are, and that is it. That was my last slide. So again, I just want to say thank you to Lisa. If you do have additional questions, Lisa and I partner a lot on brainstorming things like that. There's my name, Melva Newbrow, my direct number. If you want to reach out to me, you can always reach out to Lisa. She'll conference me in if needed. We love doing that as well. My
Hmm.
email address is there as well, mnewbrow@sfgmembers.com. So, as you think about this and you think about clients for either PrimePath Pro 10, 12, or the VersaChoice 10, please reach out to Lisa and she'll get me involved if needed.
Absolutely. And sorry I cut you off there, Melva. I did launch a last poll here today. If you are not contracted with us here in North American, definitely put here, if you want to see some of those sample illustrations like that prime path and showing income and comparing it to maybe another carrier, happy to do that. Select yes. I will also be sending everybody a copy of this recorded webinar and information on the prime path and VersaChoice for easy access for you to answer some questions, as well as following up with you all in the next couple of days. So with that, Melva, always a pleasure. Thanks again for your time. I know you're
Yes.
super busy, but
Thank you.
always a great partner with us here at IMES, and we appreciate you and all you do for our agents and clients. With that, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the week. I'm going to go ahead and close the presentation and
Awesome.
just give us a call here at the office, 800-255-5055 if you have any other questions. Otherwise, I look forward in talking to y'all soon. Have a great day, everybody.
Yay. Bye, hon.
Bye.